you're doing a great job, Wikimetal. You know, there's all kinds of rock and roll. There's rock and there's roll, and I'm somewhere in between. So there you go. Check us out.
Are you ready? More like it, but we're not doing it. Are you fucking ready? Okay, here we go. This one's called You Won't Put the Brakes on Me.
Well, this is the second date of our little British tour that we're doing. And on drums I've got a guy called Chris Musto, very good. Jim Lowe on the bass guitar. And Jim plays me lots, but he's also a record producer. He does all the stereophonic stuff and charlatans and all that. And then on lead guitar I've got Earl Slick. But yeah, we made a record that came out last year called Good to Go. And not everybody plays on it, and well, actually everybody plays on it in different shapes and forms. You know, bands, when you get a bit older, it's who's around at the time, and if you get on and it sounds good, you end up playing with let's do some more. Some songs to do with the position we find ourselves in, and kind of striving and getting past that. There's a couple of songs to do with my relationships with girls and things. You know, there's nothing wrong with a good love song, although I don't tend to write silly love songs. It's about where it's all gone wrong. But how you're going to soldier on and get there in the end, and it's the same to do with anything in life. I think all the songs I've ever written, it's just my personality coming through and my particular way of looking at life. I'm not preaching to people, but if people can kind of dig and understand where I'm coming from and kind of relate somehow. That's why I keep playing shows. I don't really have to. I'm not a multi-millionaire, but I like playing. But what I like about playing is when people get into a song that you wrote 40 years ago or 40 minutes ago, and they get where you're coming from. That's the buzz. That's what drives me and keeps me going. We haven't been doing that many gigs because we've been making a new record, which will probably be out in the autumn now. It's got to be mixed, but there's a few songs on, you know, with what's going on in England with Brexit and the right-wingness. In fact, we're going to do a couple tonight. There's one called Magic Carpet Ride, and it's like we're being whisked away to some destination, who knows where, who knows when, who knows why, by no choice of our own, you know, and it's, what can we do about it? But I am 63 and a half, and don't stop me, but people always want the young men. I think it's terrible. I think a lot of people are like sheep, and they take some kind of succor and comfort from having strong government without thinking about it too much, and I think that's a cop-out. And I think they should think harder. There's quite a good expression now by people, the people who voted for Brexit and the Tories are the hard of thinking. And I think that's what's happening around the world. People, same in Brazil, you know, in Czechoslovakia, in Turkey, and it's like there's been a right-wing coup all around the world. But I saw quite a good, interesting thing. Somebody posted something on Twitter or Facebook, just saying like the younger demographic of people didn't vote for that. So when these guys get older and pass away, people will get what they want that's a bit more socialist. And freedom. I think the most fantastic thing we've had in England in the past 40 years is freedom of movement. I think people put a lot on Sex Pistols' shoulders that wasn't necessarily there. We had lots of things to say, but I think people put on to our shoulders what we want to hear. If you ask Steve Jones what he thinks, he goes, "Listen, we just tried to make a rock and roll record."
And for you?
One with a difference. Well, John would say it was all political. I'm somewhere in between Steve and John. I know that whatever I've done to my best of my ability, and tried. You know, and some things have been a massive success, and some things have not done so well. But it's not really down to me. It's people's perception of who you are. People always want you to be the guy from the Sex Pistols. And I'm trying not to be that, you know. Just keep doing more of what I'm doing with this lineup. keep playing, do as many shows as possible, keep making records, touring the world, come to Brazil, go back to the top of Christ the Redeemer and see if they got a Brazilian coffee machine there yet. That's what I'd like to do. And eat black beans and rice. This is Glen Matlock here in East London, at a place where the Rolling Stones used to play, except they're not here tonight, but I'm playing with my new band. I think I still write and compose and record good music. I've got a great album out at the moment called Good To Go, which is on Amazon and iTunes and Spotify. Check it out. I've got a website, glenmatlock.co.uk, that puts all the dates up and what I'm doing. And there's more where they came from. So there's life in the old dog yet. Good luck to you. Obrigado.